Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is Wednesday, October 6th, 2021. We are in the final hour of today's trading time. And as I mention each day, the final hour of the day to me is the most important hour of trading. At the end of the day, in the last hour, and in particular in the last few minutes, the large financial institutions come in, they take control away from the day traders and the algorithms who control the price during the middle part of the day. I consider the large financial institutions to have the smartest people, best information, best technology, and they're obviously dealing with the most money. And so them flexing their muscles at the end of the day with their buying and selling moves the market, and I consider them to be the smartest money on the street, and therefore I consider the closing prices to be the most valid prices of the day to make your buying and selling decisions from off of your levels. And that is why I wait till the last few minutes to make my buying and selling decisions for my swing trades. So thank you all for coming today. I hope you are having a good day. I hope you are staying safe in this volatile market. Hope the indexes have turned green, so I'm glad to see that. So hopefully you're making some money today and staying safe. So currently the Dow is down 8 points, down 0.02%. The NASDAQ is up 35.66, up 0.25%, and the S&P is up 3.98. 0.09%. So we were red across the board earlier in the day, and we have had a nice comeback. So hopefully that's a good sign for the market. So here is the plan for today. First of all, we are going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Secondly, we're going to come back, take a look at my current positions, talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, and how I am going to manage them going forward. I did have some nice day trades today that I will share with you. After that, we're going to go over to the board. We're going to take a look at my students' current positions, see how they're doing, why they got in there, why they got in the positions, and when they got into positions and how they are doing. After that, we're going to talk a little bit about trader psychology. Most important skill you can ever develop in trading is the ability to create a plan and follow your plan regardless of your emotions. And I mention this each day, but it is that important. And that's why I like to talk about it each day. After that, I do have some end of day candidates today that look kind of promising. I have 3 requirements before I enter any trade. First, I need a confluence or a combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames. Secondly, I need a good risk to reward ratio, at least 2 to 1. If I'm risking $1,000 on particular trade, I need to make at least 2,000 or more to make the asymmetrical math work for me. And then lastly, make sure you have a complete trading plan. A complete trading plan for me includes the following: 1, position sizing based upon the current volatility of the market. 2, knowing what my maximum allowed loss is. 3, knowing where my emergency stop is. 4, knowing where my end of day stop is. 5, knowing where my intraday profit targets are. 6, knowing where my where significant overhead resistance levels are. And number 7, making sure I have a good trailing stop methodology in place, so if I have a nice positive trade, I don't give it all back. So using those 3 criteria, I will go through the end of the day candidates on multiple time frames, look for the risk to rewards, look for the confluences, and if something looks good, makes sense, I will purchase it right before the close of the market. After the market closes, if you have any questions for me, please let me know. I'm happy to answer them. If you need any clarification on anything I discuss, please let me know. I'm happy to clarify. If there are any stock symbols that you would like me to look at prior to the close of the day, if you could just put them in the live stream, maybe put an emoji by it so I know it's time sensitive, and I will do my best to get to them before the close. And then lastly, if my students have any new entries or exits for me today that they would like me to update on the board, if you could just wait till the market closes so I'm done teaching, I'm done trading, and all the pressure is off, and we'll take care of it. Okay, so I am going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. I'll be back in about 40 seconds. Thank you. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and/or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. Okie dokie, let's see who is here today. Let me make sure I have my microphone on. I do. Steve Burns is here. Steve, good to see my friend. Thank you for everything that you do for this channel. I really appreciate it. And it's always an honor to have you here. I feel that way, and I know when everyone else does. And Steve looks like he's having a good day trading today. Michael Wilkinson is here. Good to see you, Lova. He says hello, everyone. Tracy says happy Wednesday all. Nice to see you, Trace. Miko25 says good afternoon, Greg and everyone. Hello, Miko. Good to see you, bud. Paxton is also here. Hello, Greg and group. Good to see you. Jonathan says evening, Greg and group. Hello, Jonathan from Ireland. Frank says hello, Greg and group. Good to see you. Bacon Bandit is here. Good to see you, Mike. Hope you're having a good day. Michael says, I used up all my allotted time for analysis, and then wow, the market changed. I have no idea if anything I said earlier today has any validity now. Well, we'll just have to look at the end of the day here and see, right? Rich Burge is here. Good to see you, Rich. Hope you're doing well. Looking forward to our lesson tomorrow night. Paxton said, that happened to me too, love it. Dan's there with my peace sign. Thanks, bud. Always good to see that. Here's Tom. Nice to see you, Tom. Looking forward to our lesson this evening. Anya T is here. Nice to see you, Anya. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you are feeling well. Glenn says, hi, Greg. Still sitting on the sideline as S&P gave sell signals 4 weeks ago on 9/9, looking for a low by next full moon. Wednesday the 20th of October, need a close above 438 to get bullish. Okay, that sounds good. Glenn definitely knows what he's talking about. Glenn says XLU is warning. Okay, let's take a look at XLU. I know I almost bought XLU yesterday. Oh snap. Yep. I actually like that signal a lot. Thanks for bringing that up. I looked at it earlier, but it was down. So let me do a little math here. I like that signal a lot. Okay. All right, let me put that down here. Yeah, strong day. Strong day today on XLU. I looked at it earlier, but it was under the 200. But yeah, things have changed for sure. Ava is here. Nice to see you, Ava. Good chatting with you earlier, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for everything you do for his channel. Kamal is here. Kamal's back from his trip. Good to see you, buddy. And thank you for everything you do for this channel and all your contributions, Kamal. Dan says, Glenn, I'm taking notes. Thank you. Great. Very good. Yeah, it's really nice to have what Glenn offers as far as the seasonality. I think it's just wonderful. Well, I'll tell you, this morning I woke up and I just thought, oh, there's no way I'm going to be able to do the podcast. It's just so strange. I was up all night. I had like fever and chills. I was changing clothes in the middle of the night. It was just awful. And then this morning I thought, no, not going to be able to do it. But in the last couple hours, I kind of came around feeling better. So take it easy on me today. We're going to try to make this through. All right, here we go. Well, let's start. I only had one position coming into today, as a matter of fact, and SPY. And it was a negative one. I bought SPY yesterday at 433.10, sold it right at the open, 429.29. So I did lose on the overnight SPY trade from 433.10 to 429.29. And that's all I had as far as positions. That was the only position that I had this morning. I was glad about that. It's rallied, but I did get some nice day trades. So we'll take a look at the day trades. So here's Apple. And let's see what's going on with Apple. All right, it was in the morning. I did buy the very simple under 30, over 30, under the 5 EMA, over the 5 EMA. I bought at 139.42. Next bar didn't do much, then had a big up bar. I did sell half here at 140.12. Had a close below over under the 50 RSI, 140.02. Had another big move up here. I sold another portion before the 200-day moving average. Sideways, went up, took another one here at 140.63, and then had a close below the 200. I got out. So it was a great trade. I got in at 139.42, out at 140.04, out at 140.12, out at 140.29, out at 140.35, and out at 140.63. Pretty good, huh? And then, oh, that was on the Qs. So that was it. And then the Qs, bought this here. Perfect signal, I've got to say. Came into the value zone, sideways motion, had a false breakout to the downside of the previous lows, then triggered a V2. I got in before the bar closed. I got in right when the V2 triggered, got in at 355.82. I got out at 356.65 on the move up, had another big move up, got it out at 357.27, got out of another portion as it moved up 357.92, and then another one here. I just decided to take it all off at 358.32 because we got up to the negative third ATR channel. It was such a big move. So again, got in at 335.82, out at 356.65, out at 357.27, out at 357.92, and out at 358.32. So pretty sweet moves there. We're higher, I guess we're about the same. So nice trades, nice day trades today. And then let's go over and take a look at your trade, shall we? All right, here we go. TT, Dynamic Duo, did buy TT back on the 1st of October at 175 even. It's 176.23. It is down a little bit on the day, but the Dynamic Duo is up on the trade, so congratulations. Amazon, beautiful entry here with Steve with the under 30, over 30, bought at 32.2967. It's 32.5512. It's up 1.06% today, and about that much on the trade as well. So way to go, Steve. ARK, Steve did buy ARK. Nice entry here at 107.50. It's 109.93. It's up 0.81% today, and on the trade up about 2.21%. So congratulations there, Steve. Visa, I believe this is David. Yep, David bought this yesterday at 225 even. Was way down earlier and then a reverse back up, and now it's positive. So positive on the day, positive on the trade. AGQ, this is Steve and Ava. Beautiful entry here, way down here when it looked like silver was going to nothing. Bought at 30.26. It's 33.53. It's up 0.45% today. And this particular trade is up 9.66. Congratulations, Steve and Ava. AEE, Lava bought AEE back on the 4th at 81.88. It's 82.65. It's up 1.27% today and nicely up on the trade. Facebook's been volatile lately. Steve bought Facebook at 333.69. It's 333.57. So this is up on the day, but I guess slightly down on the trade by about 9 cents is all. TELL, Frank bought TELL all the way back here at 330. Moved up strong. Big down day today, unfortunately, but still up on the trade. Zoom. Who do I have here? Zoom. Is this Bacon? No. Yes, Michael Martin. So Michael Martin did buy Zoom back here at 287.26. I don't know if Mike is still in the trade. Maybe you could let me know. This is moved nowhere but down. Uber, this is Kamal. Kamal had a beautiful trade on Uber at 44.44. It's 46.94. It's up 2.92% on the day, and this particular trade is up 5.43. So way to go, Kamal. XLRE is Lava. Lava bought an under 30, over 30 on XLRE at 44.86. It's 44.75. It's up on the day, but it is a little down still on the trade. Lily is Michael Martin and Gary. Higher low V2, under the 30, over the 30. Bought this at 232.08. It's currently 227.22. It is down 1.6% today, and also down on the trade. DocuSign, great trade, Lava, way to go. Under 200, over 200, under 30, over 30. Bought this at 256.01. It's 264.27. It's up 3.15% on the day, and just about the same on the trade. So congratulations, Lava. Oh, and Ava, very good. Oh, Ava got in at 254. So even a little bit less expensive price. But way to go, Ava and Lava. Boeing looks like it's unchanged. Kamal bought Boeing all the way back here on the 15th of September at 213. It's 222.44. It's unchanged on the day, but this particular trade for Kamal is up 5.16. Way to go. IWM. Dynamic Duo did buy IWM with the close under, close over the 200 at 221 even. Right now it's 219.53. It's down 0.66%, way off of the lows, thankfully, but down on the day and down on the trade. TMUS, I have Michael Martin buying TMUS at 127.90, moved up initially, but now big double bottom bullish divergence here. Here's a low, deep red MACD bars, another low, no red MACD bars, double bottom bullish divergence, missing right shoulder, but this is down on the day, and it is also down on the trade. And then NEE, Lava, way to go, Lava. Under 30, over 30 was 78.34. It's 80.86. It's up 1.74% just today, and this particular trade up 3.07%. And then last but not least is Nike. Steve bought Nike back here on the 1st of October at 147 even. It's 148.71. It is down 0.5% today, but it is up on the trade overall 1.18%. So way to go, Steve. Very, very nice. Excuse me. All right. So Frank has a poem for us. So let me copy this, paste this over here. All right. Let's see what Frank has for us today. Trade. One day you're up and you got it made. Then comes a hit and you need a Band-Aid. This game is tough, but don't get dismayed. If you can take it, you might just get paid. Ah, so good. Trade. One day you're up and got it made. Then comes a hit and you need a Band-Aid. This game is tough, but don't be dismayed. If you can take it, you might just get paid. Ah, it's great, Frank. Thank you, my friend. It's completely apropos to this day, right? Paxton says, love it, Frank. Frank says, thanks, Dan and Paxton. This one makes me laugh. Totally makes me laugh as well. Steve says, fake cow is under 30, over 30. And that's just kind of an inside joke around here. We know that's Beyond Meat. Yes. Oh, well, not quite over 30 on mine. We have 29.78. We do have a V1. We have a false breakout here and a V1 and very close to an under 30, over 30. But it doesn't look like it's quite over the 30 yet. I have it at 29.78. Atlin, hey bro, do you remember me? I do remember you. Alton, how you doing? Good to see you. Appreciate you coming back. Hope you're doing well. I definitely remember you, for sure. All right. Anyone have any other comments or questions at the moment? Steve says PKI near the 30 RSI today. Do I have that on my list? Yeah, I do have that on my list, Steve. So we'll definitely take a look at that. So what is the market doing since I've been jabbering? Okay, so the Dow's up 9 points, Nasdaq's up 25, S&P's up 4. Just by looking at these numbers, you wouldn't think it was too volatile of a day, but we were down way biggie earlier. So this has been quite a day for sure. So I don't have any positions at this moment other than SPY, and I will be buying the SPY today at the close, holding it overnight, and selling it first thing tomorrow morning like I always do. Okay. So listen, before we start taking a look at the end of day candidates, I just want to touch a little bit on trader psychology. You know, it's the most important skill you can learn in trading. It's not difficult to learn how to trade, at least in my opinion, but it is difficult to trade what your process is. It's not that difficult to create a plan, just using good trading principles. But following through on that plan makes it tougher because your emotions get revved up and amplified. It's just like, I use this analogy a lot, but, if people want to lose weight, most people, have a pretty proven way to lose weight. You eat less, or you eat better food, or you exercise more. Like it works, right? But creating the plan, creating what your diet program is, your exercise program, that's one thing. But following through on it is another, because you want that like Haagen-Dazs ice cream, or you want the corn dog and the chili dog, or whatever, right? Emotions, because food is, there's so many emotions based on food. So you get the point, right? If you really wanted to, boom, you got it. Boom, you have the plan. And it's just like trading. If you want to make money in trading, you can do it. You just have to have a plan with good trading principles factored in, but then you have to execute on the plan and follow your process. And that's why trading psychology is so important. So listen, this is from Money Trade Edge, Better Thinking, Better Trading, over on Twitter. I love this channel. Here's Axe from Billions, and who knows, maybe that's him. I don't know. Damian Lewis. But let's see what Money Trade Edge has to say today. Trading is not a game of intelligence. It's so true. People say, oh, you're smart, you should be a good trader. No, I don't think it has anything to do with it, actually. And that's why I picked this quote to talk about. Trading is not a game of intelligence. It's a game of persistence, confidence, discipline, and patience. It's not intelligence, everyone. It's a game of persistence. Can you be persistent? Are you confident? Are you disciplined? And do you have patience? I mean, these are the 4 words that really sum up what it takes to be a profitable trader. Persistence, confidence, disciplined, and patience. It's a psychology game. It is not an IQ game. And I've said this many times before. I know a lot of smart people that went to Harvard, people that went to MIT. They would make the worst traders in the world, I promise you, because they think they're so smart that they've got the market figured out from like a macroeconomic basis. I would much rather take, give me a 18, 20-year-old kid, guy or girl, doesn't matter, who just like came out of the Marine Corps or something like that knows how to follow orders. That's who I would have trade my money. It would not be the dude from MIT, because they think they're so smart, and they are, but it's hard to beat the market on a macroeconomic basis. And I've heard this from other trading educators. The smarter they are, the harder it is. So trading is not a game of intelligence. It's a game of persistence, confidence, discipline, and patience. Are you persistent? Are you confident? Are you disciplined? And are you patient? That's what it comes down to. Like, go through these: persistence, confidence, discipline, patience. Which one are you lacking at? I'm pretty patient. I'm pretty disciplined. pretty confident. I'm definitely persistent. And so, you know, I guess that's why I've been successful in trading. But I could always be a little more persistent. I could be a little more confident. I could be a little more disciplined and a little more patient. So it's something that we always have to work on. So it's a psychology game, not an IQ game. You know, and if you if you put it in that mindset and you try to frame it that way, trading is a psychology game. It's a game of psychology. So if you're a little gamey and you know, you understand psychology, it's probably a good place for you. So thank you, Money Trade Edge. Better thinking, better trading. Great channel. Please subscribe and support them and read everything that Money Trade Edge puts out, because it always makes sense and it's always helpful for me, and I hope it's helpful for you as well. Glenn says IWM has been trading between 210 and 230 on a weekly basis all year. When it breaks, it will move quickly. Michael says, regarding ABC backtest of the 200 will likely show even, but has a history of moving up quickly. For Gregorian trading, it's likely better than the backtest will indicate. Okay, I have ABC on the list today as well, Mike. Jazz, hey, good to see you, Jazz Nola. That's wonderful, Greg. Thanks greatly. Good to see you, Jazz. Steve says, Curtis Faith knew the least about trading, was the youngest, and made the most of any turtle trader. Oh, well, there you go. A little backup for my story. Curtis Faith, who was one of the turtle traders, knew the least about trading, was the youngest, and he made the most of any turtle trader. So yeah, it's not a game of IQ, everyone. It's what we just talked about. Tracy said, Glenn, with your forecasting abilities, do you think it will break up or down? Don't know. Vinny's there. Hey, Vinny. Good to see you. ITUB. ITUB. iTub? Looks like it's an Italian bank. Okay, so it looks like we do have an under 30 over 30. No, it did not. It did not go under 30 today. We're still way below the third ATR channel. There's a huge gap here. This is very concerning for me, Vinny. Let's look at the weekly. Well, the weekly looks pretty good. Hanging down there at the negative third ATR channel. But as far as whether I'd buy this today, I'd be pretty hard pressed to buy this today, to be honest with you. Just because of this huge, massive gap here. Paxton says ABNB. Yeah, bullish engulfing bar, V1, rejection of the negative 1 ATR channel, close over the 200-day moving average. I like it. As far as the weekly, it's had a nice big up run. It did just kind of come back test the 10 EMA and the 1 ATR channel. Looks good, although we do have the big down bar, Paxton, a couple days ago. Right about there, not for sure, but I think more likely than not, we'll get right to about halfway there and probably run out of gas. I'm not sure, I can't say, but I'm just, I use what my experience is with these big half bars. So from here to here, that's how I would analyze the reward. From here down to the 200, that's how I would analyze the risk. And it doesn't make sense to me from a risk to reward ratio looking at it that way. Glenn says, Tracy, no idea. Price will dictate. Of course. As with everything, right? All right, voice, don't fail me now. Come on, buddy. Mike says, iTub sounds like an Apple product that will void your iPhone warranty if you try to use them at the same time. That's good. Yeah, that sounds about spot on to me, bud. For sure. Okay. Man, I'll tell you what, this being sick thing has not been fun. Like there's part of the day where I feel fine, and then there's the other part where I would could sleep on a dirt road. That's like how tired I am. So if I fade a little bit because I feel myself fading a little bit, just hang there with me. We'll definitely do our best to get through this all today. All right, let's look at a couple, not a couple, but definitely a handful of potentials today. Anheuser-Busch, Budweiser, under 30, over 30, rejection of the negative fourth ATR channel. If we're looking at the weekly, we have lost support of the negative fourth ATR channel. I wish that we had a little support there on the weekly. I'd be more likely to buy Anheuser-Busch on the daily with the under 30, over 30, but I want multiple confluences of time frames, and I have a signal here on the weekly, but on the daily, but I still do not have one on the weekly. Disney. All right, so Disney has an intraday rejection of the 250-day moving average plus a V1. It's a higher low, close back into the value zone, and a rejection of the 250. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly is above the 50-week moving average, so that's good. It's definitely good. I don't know from a risk to reward ratio if I really like this. That big old down bar, we're right to about halfway again. So I think I'm going to pass on Disney. All right, CarMax. Well, we had an under 200, over 200 yesterday. We had an under the negative third, over the negative third yesterday. We are up nicely, 1.86% today. We do have the big old bar over here. Halfway of that is going to be about 130, 140. We also have the 50 SMA above. The way I would try to analyze the risk to reward here would be from where we're at here up to about 131. If I looked at my risk to reward to the downside, there's probably more downside risk than upside risk. So I'm going to pass on CarMax. Coca-Cola, very, very strong here. V1, bullish engulfing bar, rejection of the 200-day moving average, very strong on a day when the Dow's only up 27. We're at a 42.24 RSI right here. I don't have an issue, or I think it's likely that it can move up to this, but I feel like it's a little chasey from the 200-day moving average. I would prefer looking for a higher low, meaning that I think more than likely it will continue up a little bit, but it will probably get into the value zone. What I would be looking for then is a bit of a pullback with some profit taking, retest of the negative 1 ATR channel, and then look for a higher low V1 or V2. Who knows? It could just keep going up. I don't know. We've built a base here. We've broken out of the base, which is good. Let's check the weekly. Weekly has the 1 ATR channel, negative 1 ATR channel above it as resistance. So I think I'm going to pass on Coca-Cola as well. Lyft doing pretty strong. Pretty strong today, up 2.17%. We have a false breakout from the downside over here. We have a V1. Let me make sure that's the case. So it's not a higher low. It's basically a double bottom. But we made a lower high, then we washed out the low. It's above the 50 RSI. So far, I do like Lyft. Give me a good risk to reward ratio. My risk to reward ratio would be right about there. That would be my stop tomorrow if I do buy this today. But yeah, so far that looks pretty good. But let's check the weekly and see what the weekly tells us as well. Weekly doing great, above the 50 RSI, holding the 50 SMA. So yeah, so far Lyft is my favorite. PKI under 30, over 30. It was a false breakout to the downside, but it's not anymore because the low of the range was 169.17. We're at 169.19. So yeah, technically it is above the low of the range, and an under 30, over 30. So, you know, it's okay, but a lot can happen between now and the end of the day. So that one, I think I just have to be watching. Shopify. Okay. We back tested the 200 intraday rejection, back tested here yesterday. We went up, came all the way back down. Today we back tested the 200 again. Did this go under 30, over 30? I'm not sure. It did. Under 30, over 30. Currently, we're above the 5 EMA. Let's check the weekly. Weekly, we're back above the -1 ATR channel. So that one definitely looks pretty decent. ABC, this is from Lava. Lava had a rejection of the -3rd ATR channel and a rejection of the 30 RSI. The one thing that concerns me a little bit on this Lava is if we look at today's range, we look at the high and we look at the low. If we rally back to halfway, then that's where we should probably find some inherent resistance at the 50% of the range, right? Here's the high, here's the low. So, you know, to be honest, if this company, ABC, if it got back up to about 116.60, I would switch to a smaller time frame and look for a short. So I don't like this here. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly is neutral. It's in the value zone. It's under the 50 RSI. Factor that in a little bit. But on the other hand, look at this big bar over here. The big up bar, we've held 50% of that. So I think there's some conflicting signals there, to be honest with you. But depending what time frame you're trading, but I think I'm going to pass on ABC. Yeti, we have a higher low V1 and an intraday rejection of the 200-day moving average. Let's take a look over here on the weekly. Weekly, I don't really like where the weekly's at. It's in purgatory between the -1 ATR channel and the 50 and the 50 SMA. So I think I'm going to pass on Yeti. JCOM is above the value zone, into the value zone, sideways. Oh, we made a new low here, so we'd have to start over. I mean, this is a V1. This is a false breakout to the downside. Have to watch this 50 RSI very closely. It's 50.55 at the moment. If it had closed under, if it closes under the 50, I would have sold half my position if I had had it with the rejection of the 50. So therefore, if it rejects the 50, I'm not going to get into something that I would have just normally gotten out of, but that's still to be determined. And then XLU is pretty strong here. Higher low, close back above the 200-day moving average. MACD is getting close to crossing, bullish engulfing bar. So my favorites right at the moment would be Lyft, PKI, Shopify, JCOM, and XLU. Those are my favorites on the day. And let's see if we can narrow these down a little bit. All right, Lyft. False breakout to the downside and a V1. Looking pretty good, honestly. PKI, a little weak today. It's down on an up day, which I don't like that. So I'm going to move this one over to this pile. Shopify, up 1.97%. Weekly, I do like the weekly, so we'll keep that one around. JCOM, let's look over on the weekly. Weekly's holding the half. That's pretty dang good. That one looks pretty good to me. And then XLU does look pretty strong. Let's look at the weekly. 48.77. Could get a MACD crossover tomorrow. Is very strong today, however. I like the increased volume here on the utilities. JCOM's just holding that 50. I don't like that we had the big down bar here and that we're halfway. So just based upon that, I'm going to take that off and narrow it down here between lift, shop, and XLU. So I'll put these up here. Lift, shop, and XLU. All right, we do have the 200 there. That's something to consider. Frank says, canned fun fact, sardines have organs called lateral lines that allow them to synchronize their swimming so they move as one. How about that? Vinny gave a thumbs up. Thanks, Vinny. Glenn says, Tracy Hall, IWM is up 100% of the time in November over the last 4 years. Interesting. Frank says, EEM, emerging markets, at its lowest since last November. Tracy Hall, nice. Thanks, Glenn. Paxton says INSP 520. Don't know if it backtests well. With this many shares, I definitely know I cannot backtest that. I don't know, maybe Steve or Kamal could backtest that. But I know for a fact that if I try to do this on ETF replay, it won't show. But yeah, nice little move there for sure. Nice little 520. Glenn says mRNA getting hammered today. mRNA. Oh, here we go. Yeah, down 8%. Definitely getting hammered. Frank says the dollar is very strong. All right, so again, lift, false breakout to the downside, V1. Weekly's looking good. Close over the 50 RSI. Shopify. Shopify looking good, up 1.99%. And XLU. I like the bullish engulfing bar. I like the V1 that happened yesterday. And the day before we had a high. Yesterday we went above and below. That's a bearish signal, but we've reversed back up here, taking out that high, which makes it a bullish position, and the bullish engulfing bar and the V1. And yeah, I kind of like utilities. I kind of like XLU the best right now at the moment anyway. RBLX. I don't know if we went under 30 RSI here, Tracy. No, we didn't. And what I don't like is that the big down bar that we had yesterday, we're right at the halfway. We've already rejected half of that. So I don't really like that too much. I don't like that we've rejected the negative 180 TR channel as well. Bitcoin is very strong. It is super strong. Look at that, everybody. Up 7.06% today. Congratulations, Tom. I think you have some Bitcoin. Tracy says coin has a 520 also. I don't see the 520 crossover. I see a 510 crossover, but that's not a good back-tested approach. You know, with Bitcoin, this could do anything, but I feel like it's moved way too far for me to take a crossover at the moment. I think Lyft is a little stuck in a range here. I'm a little concerned about the 200. I like that Shopify has been under the 5 EMA for a long time, and at least right now closed back above. And I like the weekly, so I'm going to get rid of Lyft and narrow down on Shop and narrow down on XLU. Excuse me. STX, Seagate Technologies. Oh, well, it looks like it lost to 200 now. Hi, Johnson. Good to see you. PTON just above the 30 RSI. Yeah, it is. Under the negative third, over the negative third, under 30, over 30. That all looks good. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly is holding the 183.83. We're at 85.80, so we're slightly under it, which I'd feel a lot better if it was over. But I like the support on the weekly. At least now it's support. It's over. Yeah, that one looks pretty good. Looks like we're having a big move up here at the end. XLU is getting a little chasey at this point. AAL, it's American Airlines. Yeah. I mean, it is an intraday rejection of the 200. That's exactly where it found support last time. Paxton, it will be close. 2056 or 2057. You are right. Tracy says PLCE. Children's Place down on an up day. I don't really like that. I'd rather look for a higher low V2 tomorrow to give me a little confirmation that there might be some buyers. I mean, there were buyers at the 200. Let's check the weekly. Weekly rejected the 200, so not like super thrilled about that. I think XLE is looking a little extended for me at this point. We took out yesterday's high on shop, but then gave it back. You know, honestly, with what I see right here, right now, I just don't, I am not sure I'm going to buy anything, to be honest with you. I mean, Apple looks decent here too, with this nice higher low V1 close above the 200-day moving average. Apple may have still some moves in there. Let's look at the weekly on Apple. Above the 50 RSI in the value zone. Yeah, not too bad. All right, we have 5 minutes to go, everyone. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to buy anything today, actually. Paxton says STX is holding the 200. XLU making a high on the day. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have to pass here on everything like I have the last few days. I just feel like I'm forcing a trade here. What do we have? 4 minutes to go. Apple making a new high. Glad to see everything making new highs here at the end. That's fantastic. Okay. So it looks like I will be sitting out again. Amazon making a high on the day. Way to go, Steve. Steve is long beyond meat, everybody. Steve is long beyond meat at 101.08 after the 30 RSI bounce. So Steve did buy BYND beyond meat with the under 30 over 30. All right, we have about 30 seconds left. Apple making a new high. This all looks good. And that is the ball game for today. Well, we finished really strong after being down. That's fantastic. Let's take a look, see what I bought here today. I just bought the SPY, that's all. 434.90. $434.90. All right. So listen, I'm sure we have some new trades today for my students, either entries or exits. This would be the time to put them on up there. And in just a minute, I will get to those and we'll get them all updated. But before I do, just want to remind everybody that I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I love to teach. I believe I'm a really good teacher, and I know I teach a great course. The course is 15 hours 5 sessions. Each session is 3 hours, just you and I think the best way to learn anything is just one-on-one with your teacher or your instructor. And that's why I provide these type of one-on-one lessons. In the lessons, I teach you all 5 of my different trading approaches. I teach you step by step so that whether you're a beginner or advanced trader, regardless, you will know how to trade these step by step. Position sizing, maximum allowed loss, intraday profit targets, end of day stops, overhead resistance levels, intraday profit targets. I teach you everything, and I've had so many great students from around the world, and I've really seen them grow and blossom as traders. So if you're interested in taking this course with me, the one-on-one course, it does cost $1,750, but it is worth every penny, I can assure you. And so if you're interested, just send me an email. The email's in the link of this YouTube video, and just say, Greg, I'm potentially interested in taking your course. I'll say, great, let's do a Skype call. Skype call's free. It's not a sales call. I just wanted to learn more about you and your trading, your challenges, your goals. It's a good time for you to ask me questions about the course. And then after the Skype call, think about it as long as you want. And if you decide one day, hey, today's the day I really do want to learn how to do this trading stuff, just email me back and we will get it scheduled and away we'll go. Secondly, I have a really good course available on udemy.com. It's called the Deep Dip by Stock Trading Strategy. It's one of my favorite strategies. I use it all the time. It's a great course. Again, had so many good reviews and feedback from around the world. The best news, it only costs like $12 or $15 on udemy.com. It's 9.5 hours of video. It's 26 videos total and 15 study guides. And if you want to, you know, if you can't do the one-on-one course because of the cost, do the Udemy course. It's definitely going to make you a better trader just with the $12 or $15 investment. And so if you're interested, the link to the description, the link is in the description of this video, of this YouTube video. And then lastly, if you like today's podcast, I would really appreciate it if you would hit the thumbs up button. It just helps build the channel, lets YouTube know there's some valuable content, and it really does make a difference with the rankings. And there's a lot of people out there that need help with trading. And I think if we could get them to this podcast, it would help them. So you can help me to help them, or you can help them by helping me by hitting the thumbs up button. So, okay. Let's take a look and see who did what today. All right, so Steve Burns is long beyond meat. All right, Steve bought at 101.08. So already in the money there. Way to go. 101.08. Okay, bud, got you. Glenn said, Steve Burns, brave call on Beyond Meat. Last time it tested long-term support in May, it dropped 20%. Okay, hopefully that doesn't happen. Leva is in shop. Got shop over here. All right, we've got Leva in shop, half position, 1349.08. Okay. Leva 1/2. ABC, also an ABC. All right, we've got ABC at 116.90. It's exactly where it's at. And that's Leva with a half. I like the halves. I like the halves a lot, Leva. Frank said, stopped out of tell just below the 8-day moving average. Okay. All right, so it looks like a profitable trade. Way to go, Frank. Michael says, I recommend Greg's classes. He's amazingly patient. I am pretty patient. I definitely am pretty patient, but it's important to me, it's important to me that my students succeed. So I don't just go through the motions. Like I really want my students to succeed. It's very important to me. So being patient is part of that, right? Okay. Apple's down a little bit. Alibaba's down a little bit. Budweiser's down a little bit. Q's are down a little bit. Facebook's down. Spy's down. Spy's also down. VIX also down. Hey. Oh, Ava's in Yeti. I missed that. Sorry, Ava. All right. Yeah, that looks good, Ava. Okay, Ava, got it. Okay, Tracy is out of IWM. In STX. Oh, it did close right over, didn't it? Good job. Okay, got that. PLTK, yeah, I can't put that one up on the board, Tracy. That one doesn't let me, I don't have that available in my charting, so I can't get that one up there. And I do have FIS on the weekly. It was up today. Good. So that's on the weekly. You guys bought that about 123.20. So down so far on the week and down on the trade, but glad to see that up for you too today. All right. Oh, Jonathan's in Nike as well. Okay, so you probably took that. Okay. All right, so we'll put Jonathan on there. And then half Visa yesterday. Okay, you took that with David, I think. Yeah, good. Way to go. Okay. Oh, that was a halfie. Okay. Good, good. Tracy says, thanks, Greg, and everyone from both Paxton Hall and I. We got to run. Okay, you two have a good day. Appreciate you being here, Paxton. Appreciate you being here, Tracy. Hey, just want to read this like I do every day. If we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction. This is from Martin Kornfeld. It's a good saying. It's something I try to incorporate in my daily life. Just to try to do one nice thing for another human being, make their life a little better or a little easier on the day. If you could also go out and do that for an animal, it would be twice as good. They understand when someone does them a kindness, and they would appreciate it just like a human would. And so it's a win-win all the way around. And so yeah, just try to incorporate it in your day. Just try to do one nice thing for a human, one nice thing for an animal. Maybe one day when you need it, someone will be there for you as well. Excuse me, everyone. Okay, well, I am about out of gas. I am going to go on a little walk, like a little 10-minute walk, 10-15-minute walk, just to get a little air. And then I'm going to go back to bed, and I'm going to do a little sleeping until tonight. And I have teaching tonight, teaching Tom, looking forward to that. And so Tom, if you're out there, looking forward to it, bud, as always. Ava says, thank you, Greg, for being here in spite of feeling sick. Hope you feel well soon. Thank you, Ava. Very nice of you, my friend. Thank you for everything that you do for this channel and all the nice words you always have and great analysis, and really proud of the trader you're becoming, Ava. Mike says, thank you for everything, Greg. Hope you feel better soon. Me too. This is getting old. It's really getting old. Miko says, thanks, Greg. Hope your cold improves. Thank you, bud. Thank you very much. And yeah, we'll see if this rally can continue tomorrow. It's been a while since I've really taken any positions, which is kind of crazy. But I just felt like I've been forcing them, and I think it was probably has something to do with me being ill, where I just don't want to have the extra stress of it. And actually, being ill has saved me quite a lot of money lately, because I haven't taken as many positions, and day trading's been good. So I guess there's a bright side to that as well. Jonathan says, cheers, guys. Rest up, Greg. Thank you, Jonathan. Have a good evening. Tom says, see you tonight. Thanks, Tom. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to call it. Have a good rest of your day, everybody. Be good. Be kind. Be safe. Drive safe, please. Try to do something nice for somebody today. If you could hit the thumbs up button before you get out of here, I would really appreciate that as well. But all in all, just have a good day. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, take care, everyone. Bye-bye. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation, and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of